up, y'all? Mr. Cruz here, the latest teacher you never had, back with another video, doing this video while under quarantine. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I guess the good thing in this is that it gives me a lot more time to kind of work on music and get some things done. So I wanted to crank out this video for you guys today, and what I wanted to show you guys today is how you can randomize your melodies. So this is kind of a trick that I use periodically. I don't use it as often. I use it most of the times when I get stuck, like when I get beat block and I'm trying to think of a melody and something's just not coming to me. So if you have ever been in that situation, this is definitely going to benefit you. So I'm going to show you guys how you can randomize the patterns in your MIDI to match any key that you're on. So if you are doing a collaboration with somebody and let's say they have a song in a key that you're not really familiar with and you're struggling, I'm going to show you guys how you can create a melody in that key randomly. All right, so let's check this out. So for starters, I've got this beat here and I created this melody. Randomly. So let's take a listen. All right, and there it just repeats for another 4 measures, just at a lower octave. All right, so here is the trick to that. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of shorten this, because since this one's only really a 4 measure loop, I'm going to do that here. And actually, I'm going to mute this one, and I'm going to create another note lane just so we can kind of start something from scratch. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to have your players in order. So players is something I use on every single track that I have. Anything that involves a melody or anything of that sort, I always use it. So you're just pretty much going to take scales and chords and drag it to wherever you need to, and then set the key of the song for whatever the key of your song is. So once you have that, you're going to come in here and then you can kind of play whatever notes that you want, or you can draw your MIDI notes in. So for the sake of this, I want to kind of keep it in the same vein of what I had previously. Ooh, this is going to be tough then. Actually, yeah. Actually, you know what? Instead, I'm just going to take this. So I'm going to keep it essentially the same pattern, that bum, 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 bum. And I'm just going to randomize the notes that I have in that section, because I used to play with I played this with my controller, but I don't have my MIDI controller with me. All right, so once you do that, you're going to hit F10. F8. You're going to hit F8, and then that'll bring up your tool window. So in your tool window, I'm going to minimize this. And then this is what I want to use, the pitch area. So I'm going to minimize the note velocity as well. So here you're going to select randomize notes. So here's the cool part, is that you can set it between whatever 2 notes that you want. So if we're looking back to our players, right, my players is in A flat major, so it starts at C and it goes as high as, let me see, this is how dumb I am. All right, C, D, E, F, G, A. So it goes all the way to A sharp. Then how is it A flat major? That's weird. All right, so it goes from A sharp to C. So I'm going to set this from as high as, let's say, A sharp 3 to from as low as A sharp 3 to as high as, let's say, C5. All right, so that kind of gives me 2 octaves to work with. Now let's double click here, and so we can expand this here. Can I minimize this? Please tell me I can. I can't. All right, well, we'll drag this all the way over here, because I want you to be able to see all of the notes that we have here. All right. And the big thing is that I want you to be able to see the different octaves that we're going to be working with. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. So now I'm going to hit Control A to select or to highlight all of my MIDI notes, and then I'll just hit apply. And then you see how it just randomizes it. I can hit apply again. So now let's kind of just create a whole nother melody using that same thing. So I'm going to hit play, and then I'll kind of stop and talk you through my process, because it's not just enough to hit apply and randomize those notes, because they're not always going to sound good. So I'll explain to you as you follow along here. So check this out. Whoa, that actually sounded really dope. I listen back to that. Oh, okay, I like that. I like that a lot. So instead, I'm gonna bring this one down to right. I'm gonna bring that one down to there. Oh, that sounds, man, I almost feel like it didn't work the way that I wanted it to work. But that sounds dope. I'm actually gonna save that because I might want to use that later. All right, so we're gonna continue doing that because I want to show you what I want to show you. All right. All right, so right off the bat, I like how it starts out on this note right here, but I don't like these two notes. So I'm going to keep this one and I'm going to keep this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these two and then hit apply again. So now it's only going to randomize. It's only going to shuffle those two notes that I have highlighted. So now let's listen again. And then I can kind of continue to do that. So I didn't really like what it did there, so I'm going to do it again. I can continue to do that until I find like, okay, those notes. So in succession, as I'm kind of going along with my playhead, I can find which notes are working and which ones are kind of appealing to my ear or to my style. And then I can move along and then highlight whichever notes that I don't like and then continue to randomize until I find something that I like. So let's see what it sounds like now. Yeah, that sounds kind of trash, but you see how it kind of worked the first time and how I only had to move one note into the position that I wanted. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully that's something helpful to you guys. If you guys do have ever used this randomize feature that Reason has, I'm pretty sure a lot of other DAWs have the same similar feature. Let me know in the comments below. It's definitely something that I use mostly when I get beat block and I'm stuck and I'm trying to figure something out. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Mr. Cruz, out.